This episode is uncut, only some sound edits, transitions, and a few added visual aids. Viewer discretion is advised. Some disturbing images and first-hand accounts will be discussed.
Ready? Ready, set.
Welcome.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
Doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Yeah.
Episode deuce. Man.
We were on a sabbatical for a little while, trying to figure what's that?
What is sabbatical?
What is it?
Yeah.
It's a word.
Yeah.
Calendar word of the day. Look it up. Whoever puts a definition in the comments first is gonna get one of these.
Probably gonna get his
sabbatical.
I ain't gonna lie, he probably licked it and got it away.
So
I'm not
yeah,
giving mine away. Look at this thing, it's awesome.
Awesome.
Shout out to
Shout out Easy Crafts.
Easy Crafts.
We'll put something in the description if you guys want to order any tumblers, mugs, t-shirts. We got a lot of merch coming soon. We're working out the pricing. Yeah, look at us go.
Welcome to Filet y Carne. Here we are. Let's keep it going, yeah. Let's talk about
a lot of stuff's happened. A lot of.
So what's first here? What's up with the Olympics, man? You see,
crazy.
There's some stuff that is just like how far they push themselves. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and you look into a lot of it. There's a lot of hidden meetings and the things they did.
You want to go into that?
I don't want to go into it, but
dude,
if you guys look into it, there's a lot of weird.
How do you think it's gonna end? Like you know how I think the next whoever is gonna do the next Olympics has to do like the closing send off, right?
Yeah, and this is gonna depend on. I think
on that country.
How much backlash they felt they got, or if they're gonna keep pushing things. What their real agenda is.
Do you feel like every country has their own agenda, right? So
yeah.
Do you feel like, let's see, the country that doesn't fall into the whole conspiracy of the Illuminati takeover thing, is there such a country?
I don't know. All the leaders might be in
so far that I've seen, they're pretty much taken over and stuff like that.
I mean, isn't there a thing there's 10 families that are the ones that really run the world? Do they have input in all that stuff that just happened? Or
yeah, do they?
There's a lot of that goes into how it happened. Yeah,
imagine the choreograph. They were gonna have this pale white horse. No, nothing to do with the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing. It's our art. What does that even mean?
And let's throw a couple of golden caps around.
Yeah,
it's
that doesn't mean anything at all. No, not at all. Not at all.
I was 100% boycotting the Olympics. I was staying away from any kind of sport. Yeah, it was totally inappropriate. I hated what they did in the opening and all of that. But then yesterday, you come in and you show me the breakdancing, which is a new
whoever got
sport that they got going in there. And if you guys haven't seen it, look up Australian breakdancer and just check out that set. It was awesome.
It's horrible.
My favorite part was the kangaroo hop. And
you know what's crazy about it is that Australia and the Americas have this beef to see who has the most gold and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, they didn't do it with that one.
There's no way, man.
I don't know how.
Right there, that just go home. You drunk.
Yeah, I don't know how they got that routine past any of the people that helped them choreograph.
She had to.
Somebody lied to her.
No,
that's awesome. Do it.
He had to have gone through a whole process of elimination to get the right person to go to the Olympics. Right? It's the Olympics. It's not just oh whatever, we'll just send fucking Fulano over there. You know what I mean? No, they literally sat there a whole bunch of judges and said, you know what? That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I mean, she kept it old school. She did the sprinkler.
Dude.
That was nice. She did a Homer Simpson tantrum. Yeah.
Like that kangaroo, huh? Like she's freaking no. And she had so much confidence. Like she was like, oh, they're like, yeah.
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 Yeah. And then what, she scored 0 on her first routine.
I don't even know.
It was sad.
I don't even know what she scored.
Yeah.
But I know that she's like dead last.
Yeah.
And everybody and their mama is talking about it.
Yeah, it was funny. So what else do you think about everything going on with elections right now?
The elections?
I don't want to get too like political and all of that, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on with that, huh?
You think so? Like what?
Yeah, like just how they didn't really vote in Kamala to be the next runner. She just kind of pushed her in there. Yeah, they just kind of pushed her into it. But then some people are saying, like, their defense is, well, she was on the Biden-Kamala ticket, so technically she was in it. But if I had no idea, knew nothing about politics, and they were like, they showed her coming in, and I watched a couple of her speeches, there's no way I'm voting for her.
No, we gotta
Just
fix
the way they
things is by, see, look, the reason why is like you're just beating around the bush the whole time.
She don't answer any. She's like
that bush is gonna be sticks by the time she's freaking done.
We have to know that the sky's the limit for our future, and when we look at the sky, the sky's up there. It's up there and beyond our reach, but we're gonna reach it. I hate her laugh. It's so yeah.
I thought she laughed.
Something like that.
That's funny, dude. That is funny.
So I know the other day you came in nice and rested. You're working on your sleep.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of the phrase or the issue that people have? It's called night terrors.
Night terrors. What is that?
So it's like a lot of it happens with young kids, and normally by adolescence it's out of them, but it still happens with people. It's like they wake up like in fear, really scared.
Now, is that because you're having a dream, or
sometimes
you feel like something's there?
Yeah, sometimes it's a dream.
Have you ever had
and sometimes it's like you wake up and you sense and feel something, and then sometimes a night terrors turns into like sleep paralysis, and that's
I've had sleep paralysis
crazy.
Once,
yeah.
Once I was living out in San Jose at the time, and I don't know, like I was sleeping, dead asleep, and it's like I woke up, like my eyes were open, but I couldn't move, and I saw like this figure like at the corner of the room coming towards me, and instead of being scared,
stuff, I want to bleep it out.
Bleep it out.
Yeah,
freaking pissed off. So I saw this like. It was like a little girl, you know, like the whole thing, like with their hair down, like, you know, walking towards me. I got, for some reason, I got really, really mad. I got so mad, and I just started, like, I wanted to scream, like, get the off of me, you know? And I remember saying, like, get the off of me, like, super loud. My girlfriend, my wife my wife now, my girlfriend at the time, she just wakes up like, what the hell's wrong with you and shit. But I never told her because I didn't want to freak her out, you know what I mean? Some gets scared off. So.
Not everybody. Yeah. And then
have you
so like what I was saying about
terrors?
Yeah. So you know how Kamala, she was like, oh, you know.
You have a night terror about Kamala?
No, I'm trying to transition. I feel we transitioned the other way first. Just hold on. I'm gonna edit this. Okay. Yeah. So it was like.
So we edited.
Yeah. What were we saying? Oh, you know, you gotta reach for the sky. Another thing that she does is she like copies a lot of stuff from other politicians, or she's copying some stuff from Trump right now. It's like it's funny if she starts trying to copy Martin Luther King, and she's like, I have a dream, you know, to change it. She might.
No.
She might. Well, talking about dreams, you're trying to like work on your sleep and stuff right now. Did you ever hear of the thing called night terrors or sleep paralysis? Okay, so now this is where I'm gonna edit it, and then you tell your story. Now it's my turn.
Okay, go.
Yeah, so so like I've had like sleep paralysis a couple times.
Like paralysis?
Like yeah, I was like
it's so weird, right? Like you feel like you can't move, huh?
It was weird. Like I didn't know if I was still in the dream or I was like coming out of the dream, but I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, and I was just pretty much like it says I was paralyzed, and it wasn't so much that I had fear, I was in fear or something, but there was something there. There was just, I felt like this presence or pressure.
Did you see anything?
So that's what's weird. Every time I had it, I was coming out of a dream. The dream had something to do with aliens. And like there was aliens coming in, and they were like coming through the door, and I seen like a big light.
You know what's crazy
and
about that?
That's when the paralysis starts, and they're coming, and I knew that something bad was gonna happen. They wanted to do something, and so I just forced myself to just, in my mind, I'm like praying and like trying to get out of it, and it wasn't until like I finally let the words out and like pretty much rebuked them, like, oh, in Jesus' name, like I just called for that help, that it ended, and I was able to like take a breath and move, and it was like,
no way, so you couldn't breathe or nothing either?
I felt like I couldn't breathe. That's scary, it was like crazy.
That is scary. How did the aliens look? Like the Greys?
It was like the Greys, yeah. I could never really see them, but it was like that silhouette and the Greys and stuff.
Really? So just like kind of like a gray, like, well, not a gray shadow.
Yeah, like that, like that figure, the big dark eyes and the Greys and things like that.
What I saw was like a legit
a little girl with a bat
coming at me, and I'm like, oh, it's not today.
You know who Carlson Tucker is?
Maybe who's that?
He does like commentating and stuff. He used to work for Fox. He's
Carson Tucker, I think so.
Yeah. So he came out in someone's show, a different podcast, and he was talking about aliens and stuff like that, and the way he was starting to believe in it. Something that I had thought about and talked to people before is like aliens could be like spirits or demonic spirits, and
it's like interdimensional.
Yeah, because it's like,
I mean, did you hear what happened at that mall?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like those were supposedly interdimensional beings that people.
Yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh, aliens." Some people are saying they were like demons and stuff.
Because they just showed up at apparently, supposedly, there was like a big old thing that opened and things were coming out of it and stuff like that. But
yeah, when he was talking about that, I was like, I thought that was pretty interesting. And if you think about it, it's like we don't know how things look, or could it be? And another thing that I heard that other people were talking about is like how the U.S. and different countries declassified a lot of UFO encounters and things like that. And so the theory is that they're trying to desensitize the population.
Bro, they've been desensitizing us since the longest. I mean, look at all the video games.
Yeah, so
look at all the video games, man. Especially like shooting games.
Yeah.
Like that's not just desensitizing us, but that's teaching us about guns without even knowing about guns. Like I could go out there, like when we go out there, I'm literally just guessing, fucking pulling stuff and let's go.
At least you'll be ready for the invasion.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
But yes. But like it's one of those things where like I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
Where like I'd go out there and I'm just, all right, let's go. Boom, 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 It's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
So I was saying, they're desensitizing the population for if there's a mass abduction, no one's gonna. It's not that people aren't gonna get scared, but that's what they're gonna blame it on. But the mass abduction isn't gonna be a mass abduction. It's gonna be the end times, the rapture.
Oh, the rapture.
So when everybody's gone, they're gonna blame it on the aliens. So people still will pull themselves away from believing in God and things like that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, okay, so when the rapture happens, right, and everybody just like disappears, like they're like a lot of people, things, they all like paint it as like you're just gonna start floating out to the air and shit. Like, what if it's not like that? What if it's just
like instant?
Just disappearing. You're just in a different dimension, in the heavenly dimension. So I figure that's how it is, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so every time I've had the sleep paralysis, it had something to do with like aliens or something. It was just crazy. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
No.
Oh, man.
Maybe, but not something where I'm like, oh yeah, that's got to be a alien aircraft or something.
Me and one of my best friends when I was growing up, we were walking back home, and we seen this like orange orb kind of floating out in the. Well, I seen it first, and dude, we live out in the boonies, bro, and I always messed around with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? And we're walking, right? And I look up and I'm just staring at it. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I turn over to him. He's tall. He's big, tall, redhead. Hey, Jolly, what is that? Jolly? We call him Jolly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, forget you, man. You're not gonna do this shit to me again. He's like, I'm tired of you always messing around. I was like, no, Jolly, like for real, what is that? So I quit messing around, dude. Like I'm tired. Like I literally had to grab his head and like point. I was like, what the f- is that, dude? And he was like, oh snap! He starts jumping up and down. I'm jumping up and down.
Was it just sitting there, just like in one spot? Like yeah,
spot. Like it was nuts, right? And it was just chilling there, like it was just observing us, right? And he's jumping up and down. He's a Caucasian descent, I guess. And he's like, pick us up, let's go. I was like, nah,
no,
dude, don't take me. I ain't trying to get probed. You know, because yeah, they're aliens. You know, what the hell are you gonna pick us up? You're gonna go superpowers.
Yeah.
No, they're not, dude.
There was this article I read too that there's more basically UFOs that they detect underwater in the oceans and stuff than they do up in the sky.
Yeah.
There's a sonar and different sounds that they hear from down. They can't explain what it is. So that to me that was real interesting. That was crazy to think like it's not in the sky. Like, you know, what if they are in the sky but then they're coming down and they're going into the water?
What if it's vice versa? What if they're coming from the water? Because like the water is used as like a thing so they can make a portal or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
it's like the buffer for them to be able to pass through
like certain or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, but no, we were walking down and we see the herb. He's screaming his face off. I'm right there, right behind him. Like, nah. So we hit the corner, right? We're hitting the corner and we're walking backwards because we are not putting our backs on this thing. And finally, when we got to like a block, and it's still up there, like we see it bright as day, just an orange orb, like big orange orb. And all of a sudden, it blinks like 3 times, and then goes doosh, 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 and then it just takes off. Boom! We're sitting there. There's something like you never think you would see. And then when you do see it, you're like, what, dude? We're like freaking ants in a freaking speck of a freaking dust floating around, blah, blah, blah. And it just makes you freaking think. It was crazy, man. That was a crazy experience. For shizzle.
Yeah.
For shizzle.
Yeah, so, man, like, when not nothing like that. But I've seen, like, stuff in the sky, like lights and different, like, stuff moving. It's like, yeah, it don't look like a plane or it doesn't look like
but that could be fucking,
something flying, you know.
But that could also be, like, let's say antennas.
Satellites?
Satellites.
Yeah. Right? Well, you're a flat earther, then you don't believe in the satellites. I'm not saying you, but...
Well, because there's satellites? Why can't there be satellites even if the world was around?
I don't want to get into it. We'll have our flat Earth special guest pretty soon, and explain it to us.
The way satellites work, right? Like they're on free fall, right? It's called free fall because like they're right on the edge of where our gravity is at, and because everything's moving, right? Everything's falling with it, but it's being held by the gravity that the Earth has so it can keep
and it keeps it in the orbit to go on.
Exactly, like it's a trip how that works, man. But just that wouldn't happen if it was.
If it was flat, there's no nothing up there. Everything's through antennas. The satellites it's just a myth that they told us with the arms race and the Cold War and stuff like that. Yeah. Almost. That sounds, yeah.
It's just cool.
I mean, like, I want to get into the topic too of the aliens crafts in the water, but not today, because that there's a lot more like not theory or conspiracy
going back to like
going into
terrors,
it. Yeah,
like let's go back into night terrors, like the sleep paralysis, the sleep paralysis, right? So I seen a video online. If you're that good.
Let me like it up.
This little square.
Let me look it up.
All like be in the back.
Yeah.
So like I seen this video online where like these scientists, right? They get a camera, and that this camera could see like in a different spectrum light or whatever, right? And they see this white figure like go on top of this person and like sits on top of them.
Yeah.
And like sits on top of them, and that reminded me of these old
paintings. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
these paintings of where these like these demons are sitting on top of these people, and like I guess it's like their way of like doing the sleep paralysis. But it looks exactly like it. Yeah, like like how the hell did freaking Michelangelo, whoever the hell painted that thing, be like, oh no, this is what it looked like?
There's there's an old one like that. It's really creepy,
like
and then
little black
and there's there's a horse looking through the window.
No.
Look, I gotta show you that one. Yeah, that one's crazy. It's like
horse?
I don't know.
It's a random horse.
This is a horse looking through the window, all weird. Like, whoa, that guy's having sleep paralysis.
There's a demon on me, man. Better do something about that.
Yeah. So then something else that I read about it, it's trying to say like, some of the causes and stuff like that is like sleep deprivation, sometimes like a lot of stress and anxiety. Another one was trouble breathing while you're sleeping. So like if you snore a lot or you have trouble breathing, you're in danger of having night terrors and sleep paralysis.
Well, I'm big, not trying to hide that. But I've never, again, ever since that one time, I've never again ever had it again.
But like all those symptoms that it's telling you about, like, are things that have to do with like fear and anxiety and all that stuff. Those could be attributed to,
like a demon,
bad spirits and demons. Yeah,
whispering.
So it's like
telling you, hey, you suck, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
You're a fucking loser. You know what I mean?
Or a little scary doll coming at you. What did it say anything?
It wasn't a doll. It was like
a little girl.
No, it didn't say anything. It
was a monster girl.
It just stood there and just stared at me the whole time.
Yeah.
And like, that was freaky. It was super freaky.
The one time that I heard the alien say something, it was like, phone home. No, just kidding. He wanted help.
His phone number after the phone. 661. Like, why does he live in Bakersfield?
Yeah, from Bakersfield. From the Dell.
Bakersfield number? What the hell?
Yeah, so I mean, this was cool. There's episode 2. We're gonna start pumping them out. There's a lot of stuff coming.
A lot of stuff.
Hopefully. Hey, see some stuff up on this green screen too.
You know what? Like, for real, honestly, serious shit. Want to quit our jobs?
Yeah, we're gonna.
So please, like, subscribe, share,
send it out. Let's get this stuff viral.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
If you want to see some more Kamala impersonations, tune in. Tune in, yeah.
Man.
Amazing. You'll see his Trump impersonation next week, and just tune in.
Might come in all orange.
All right, thanks.
With a cow lick or something.
And remember,
if anybody wants one of these sweet,
let us know in the comments.
Sweet cups. Look at that. Some Carnian freaking.
This one's used. This one's brand new. This is the one we're gonna be giving out.
Not anymore. You got that one?
No. All right. You got anything to add? You wanna send us off?
Go ahead, please. I did it last time we did this.
Tune in again. Thanks for joining us. Peace out. I don't like that peace out. I'm going to edit that. Thanks for joining us. Episode 2. Episode 3 coming soon. We'll be hitting them. No, I don't like that either.
We're going to be hitting them.
Episode 2. We had fun. You know, we're going to keep this going. Thanks you for joining
coming.
us. Continue,
morning,
share,
evening,
like, favorite, subscribe, hit the notification bells.
Whenever you're
Thank
watching
you.
this, have a good night. Peace.
I didn't like peace, man. And then you throw peace? Oh, you like it better.
Right.
This episode was shown with minimal edits to show our reaction to each account. Future episodes will be edited or uncut depending on the content. Share and subscribe.